If you want to build a UGC strategy that actually performs in 2026, you don't need more creators. You need more videos or more ideas. You need a system, a clear, repeatable structure that turns creator content into predictable performance, something most brands still don't have. Today, I'll walk you through the 6 steps that brands are using right now to turn UGC into conversions, not chaos. Let's get into it. The biggest mistake brands make, they start hiring creators without knowing the purpose behind the content. In 2026, UGC has become specialized. There's UGC meant for social reach, UGC meant for educating customers, and UGC meant purely for performance ads. Before you do anything, sit down and define your goal. Are you trying to get attention, increase conversions, clarify your product? Because your goal determines a completely different style of content and a completely different type of creator. Once you know the purpose, everything else becomes easier. Gone are the days of picking creators based on follower count. Today, brands are choosing creators based on how well they represent the customer, how confident they are on camera, and how naturally they fit the product. When you use tools like Influencer Hero, you can filter creators by niche, style, audience, and even credibility, which matters more now than ever before with fake followers everywhere. The strong roster isn't big, it's aligned. A handful of creators who truly fit your brand will outperform a list of 50 who don't. Creators don't need scripts, they need clarity. A great 2026 brief tells the creator the problem your product solves, the feeling you want the viewer to have, and a few suggested angles they can riff off. But it also gives them the space to sound like themselves. Because the reason UGC works is simple. It doesn't feel like an ad. The more natural it sounds, the better it performs. So think of your brief as a creative nudge, not a rulebook. As UGC becomes the backbone of ad creatives in 2026, usage rights have become the place where brands lose the most money. You're not paying for a video anymore. You're paying for the ability to use that content across organic channels, paid ads, landing pages, emails, and sometimes even retail. And if you don't clarify that up front, you'll either be overpaying later or unable to use your best performing content at all. Influencer Hero helps you store contracts, manage rights, and track timelines automatically, so you never get stuck wondering what you can or can't use. This is where modern UGC strategy really shines. A single piece of creator content can become dozens of assets. Hooks, cut downs, variations, stills, testimonials, all optimized for different channels. The brands that win in 2026 aren't creating more content, they're multiplying what they already have. This approach saves money, increases consistency, and makes your paid ads more scalable because you're constantly refreshing creative without needing constant new shoots. Think of UGC as raw material. Your editing strategy is what turns it into gold. If 2025 was the year of experimenting with UGC, 2026 is the year of optimizing it. You need to know which creators perform best, which formats convert, which hooks stop the scroll, and which videos deserve paid ad spend. Inside Influencer Hero, you can see this clearly. Not just reach and likes, but actual conversions, clicks, revenue, and creator ROI. Because once you know what works, you can scale it fast. And when something underperforms, you can pivot immediately. This is how small brands suddenly start outperforming massive ones. They pay attention. Building a UGC strategy in 2026 isn't about luck or guesswork. It's about clarity, systems, and repeatable processes. If you define your goals, choose the right creators, give clear direction, secure your rights, multiply your assets, and track everything, you'll have a UGC engine that drives revenue every single month. And if you want to manage all of this in one place, discovery, outreach, briefs, contracts, usage rights, and performance tracking, that's exactly what Influencer Hero is designed for. When you simplify the back end, your content and your results get better instantly.